Honorable members, prayers. Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Youth Impact Parliament. Grant that it might perform its high duty as in thy sight. Give divine guidance to the executive director of the movement. Endow members of parliament with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of this Youth Impact Parliament, the interests and wishes of the members may be well and truly served, and thy good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. O God, grant us a vision of our Youth Parliament, fair as it might be, a fraternity of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a fraternity of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a fraternity of brotherhood, where all success shall be found of service, and honor shall be given on the deserving, a fraternity of peace, where the Youth Parliament shall rest on the will of its members, and the love for the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire and strengthen our people, that they may give time, thought, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of the Youth Impact Parliament, Ghana. Amen.
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 Honorable members, you are all welcome to our third virtual parliamentary sitting. I believe the other paper has been shared already and everyone has a copy. So let's move straight to item number 2, which is the oath to youth MPs. Honorable members, the youth MPs joining the House for the first time are to take their oaths today, since you are not able to attend the inauguration and also they didn't attend our subsequent sitting. So it is prudent for you to take your oath today. I believe we have members who are joining us for the first time. So, honorable members, I want all of you, I mean the members who are joining us for the first time, to raise their hands on the call. Okay, so you are also advised after the oath, after swearing the oath, you type your names into the chat box so that the table office can record you. So we take the oath of office. So when I mention I, then you mention your name and you repeat the words after me as I swear you in as substantive members of parliament. So I,
Aye, Nana, yeah.
Toby,
I,
Hi, I'm Reverend Sylvia.
Hi, Jacob Yazeta.
Hi, Rosas Kobla.
having been appointed youth member of parliament
Having been
Having been
appointed
Appointed
youth
youth
in
member
parliament
of parliament.
of youth impact parliament,
of youth in
of
impact
Youth
parliament,
Parliament,
do in the name of Almighty God swear
do in the name of God
the name
Almighty
of
swear,
Almighty God swear.
solemnly affirm
solemnly
Solemnly
affirm
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I
that
will bear
I will
true
bear
faith and
faith
allegiance
and allegiance
to the youth parliament
to youth
to
to the
impact
the
Youth
youth
parliament,
Parliament
parliament
as by law established,
As by
as
as
by
as
law
by
by
law
established,
established,
that
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 I will uphold the
that
integrity of parliament
that uphold the integrity of Parliament
and the Youth Impact Movement,
and the Youth
and the
Impact
youth
Movement,
movement,
that I will faithfully and consciously discharge my duty
now faithfully
that
and
I will
consciously
faithfully and consciously discharge my duty
as member as member of Parliament
as
as
member
member
of
of
parliament
Parliament
of Youth Impact Parliament
of Youth Impact
parliament
Parliament
for the mentioned constituency
for
For
Kings
Kings
for
North
Ketu North
constituency.
constituency
and uphold,
and
and
uphold,
and
uphold,
uphold,
preserve,
It will be the same thing.
preserve,
yeah,
protect,
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 and defend the standing orders of Parliament
and
and
defend the standing
defend
orders of Parliament,
and Constitution of the movement.
the constitution of the movement,
As should I at any time
that should I at any time
break this office, break this oath of office,
Break this
break
break this oath of office,
I shall submit myself to the laws of the Parliament
I shall submit myself to the laws of Parliament
the Lord Parliament.
and suffer the penalty for it.
and suffer the penalty for it.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Honorable members, you can now put down your hands and mute yourselves. I want to use this opportunity to congratulate all of you as you have been sworn in as youth members of Parliament and also as substantive MPs. Congratulations, all of you.
Thank you,
Honorable
Mr. Speaker.
members, honorable members, item
yeah,
3
yeah.
on our order paper, which is communication from founders. Please, everyone should mute their mics. Item 3 on our order paper, which is communication from founders. Honorable members, I would like to inform the House that for this sitting, I've not received any communications from our founders. So there is no official communication from our founders. So we'll move straight to item number 4, which is communication from the Speaker. Honorable members, as we convene this virtual sitting of this House, I extend a warm welcome to all of you. Your continued dedication and institutional memory remain the backbone of our legislative work. I also extend a special welcome to members who are joining us for the first time since the inauguration of the Fifth Parliament. I believe your fresh perspective and energy, even though we are meeting for the first time through this digital medium, you enrich our deliberations and reaffirm our collective commitment to the people we serve as youth MPs. Today is my privilege that we have among us Mr. Priscus, who is a distinguished social worker, to address the House. Mr. Priscus will share his journey and professional experience in service and, and why youth voices matters. I'm confident that his insights will inspire all of us as we craft policies that touch lives of our own people. That is the citizens we represent. at our respective constituencies. Thank you very much. Now, members, I'm not hearing yeah. Now, members, are you with me?
Yeah.
We move to the commencement of our legislative business. Mr. Precious, you are welcome. In due time, we'll call you so that you address the house. Straight to item 5 on our order paper, which is vote and proceedings. As the answer of second parliamentary sitting. Honorable members, as you can see, it's being projected. It's being projected. So we take corrections and matters arising at once. So page 1. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6. Page 7. Honorable members, any inputs or any corrections to the votes and proceedings? Honorable members, any inputs to the votes and proceedings? In the absence of any, Honorable Hubert.
All right, thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I'm Hubert Agbahode, the UTMP for Akati North constituency. Okay, so just an observation that I would want to put across is for some time now, We haven't received votes and proceedings, let's say, from the second parliament till now, but I've seen some change in the fifth parliament, and I would like to congratulate the Hansa department or the office of the speaker for such a wonderful vote and proceedings given to us, and would like to see more of this going forward. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Hubert. As we promised, this parliament promises to be a better one. Honorable members, in the absence of any further inputs and deliberations, the vote and proceedings of the second parliamentary sitting is hereby adopted by the House.
Yeah.
Honorable members, item 6 on our order paper, which is ratification of the nominees for clerk and deputy clerk publicity. Honorable members, as you are aware, the current clerk to Parliament, Miss Mary Tetega, has tendered a resignation letter due to a change in location. She explained that due to the change in location, she will be unable to continue in the position as the clerk to Parliament. So, in light of this, and in accordance with our parliamentary procedures, the following nominations have been made after leadership consultations and attention. So, honorable members, for the nominee for the clerk to Parliament, we have Miss Weheminia Iwabna Ohiniwa Okutu. She is the current deputy clerk publicity, and she has been nominated to fill the vacant office of the clerk to Parliament. And following the nomination of Miss Wilhelmina Iwabna Ohiniwa Okutu, the deputy clerk publicity position, which she occupies before, has become vacant too. So we are nominating Miss Matilda Akosia Dosia to assume the role of the deputy clerk publicity. So, honorable members, is open for deliberations and inputs. Honorable Godfrey Amevo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity given. Mr. Speaker, I heard you clearly. And first of all, I want to sincerely thank and appreciate Miss Mary Tetega, who, according to you, has just turned in a resignation letter. I joined the fourth parliament, so I'm a second-time member of parliament. And then ever since I joined, she was our clerk, and I had one or two conversations with her, and I vehemently believe, and I know for a fact that she's really a good person, and then she has been a very good servant, a hardworking one at that. She has been a very hardworking servant to the Youth Impact Parliament. it is sad to hear that she has turned in a resignation letter due to a change in location. But I still believe that her contributions to the house will still be greater in other fields and other aspects. So I just want to thank her on behalf of the house, on behalf of myself and the house, for the immense contributions she has added to this house. And to those coming, I also vehemently believe that they are also going to serve well and even serve better than Miss Mary Tetega did. So may the good Lord guide her and establish her in all that she will do. She has really done a great job, and I want to thank her. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Honorable Godfred Amevo. There's a saying that goes like your hard work will speak for you. And it's true. Working with Miss Mary Tetega was one of the few people, or one of the, I'm saying few, right? One of the numerous people I've worked with as speaker. She's the clerk and she's my secretary, a personal secretary. She has done very, very well in her role. And we can all say, may God continue to guide her and may God push her into greater positions. She has served and served the parliament very well. We wish her all the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
members,
yeah.
I believe there is no input into the nominees, right? Honorable Jones. Honorable Jones, you
Thank
have
you
the
very
floor.
much, Mr. Speaker. I'm happy with the remarks of Honorable Godfred Amevo. Let me just give a short remarks on Mary Tetiga with Youth Impact Parliament. You know, she initially joined, it was the third parliament as MP for Okere constituency. And then she was asked to act in the role as deputy clerk, and she fell in love with the role. She requested that she be made one of the deputy clerks, and her wish was granted. That was how come she became deputy clerk finance. And then in the fourth parliament, she rose to the role of clerk. And then due to her good work, she was maintained to be the clerk for the fifth parliament. But the office of the clerk is in that sense that you cannot do it remotely. You have to be within the operational region of Youth Impact Parliament to be efficient. So it was due to that she decided to opt out. But from what Honorable Godfred Amevo stated, I think we can have her continue as a youth MP. Since youth MP, you can be from far away and still be vibrant, just as we are seeing here. So she's on the call. Mr. Speaker, if you can put a request to her that we would like her to continue her service as a youth MP. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Jones, for that remarks. We'll send her a form for her to fill, for her to join the house as an MP. Honorable
She's on
members,
the call. We can just hear from her.
Miss Mary Tetega. Miss Mary. Amos, are you sure she's here?
Well, I can see her among the people online.
Yes, since she's not ready to speak, please let's proceed with business. Honorable members, as I said, any input into the nominees for the clerk and the deputy clerk publicity? Honorable Magules.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Donovan McBlett, Youth MP for Southstone constituency, as well as the Minority Chief Whip of the House. To the nomination of the clerk, Ms. Wahomina Okutu Erabina. I think, I think it's a good nomination because she has been in the parliament for a while, being the deputy clerk, so she have learned a lot from the main clerk in their line of duties. So it's a good appointment as well. It's a good nomination, sorry. And I hope she will serve well as she's already doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Magules. Honorable members, I think silence means consent, and without any further ado, I can boldly say the House has come into a consensus for us to swear in Honorable Majority Leader. Let me hear from you before I continue.
All right, thank you very much once again, right honorable speaker. Yeah, so as our first sitting of this fifth parliament, the clerk that has just resigned, she has been given a task to actually make sure that the table office or the clerks are always at every sitting. So I'm actually throwing this challenge to the nominee, knowing her from the fourth parliament. I'm not really sure if she was part of the third parliament. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong with that. Yeah, she has actually shown some kind of commitment. Yes, it's all about the commitment. So she has actually showed some kind of commitment, and I would like to expect more from her going into this new position that she has taken or she's about to take. And she has to make sure that all the other deputies are up to task, always available, and where they need be, communication should be something that should run across all of them. That's the only thing that I would like to say, and then also to congratulate her on her appointment as our new clerk to Parliament. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Majority Leader. Honorable members, on behalf of the House, I would like to say congratulations to Honorable Madam Wilhelmina Ewabna Oinwa Okutu as our new clerk, and Miss Matilda Akosia Dorsia to fill in the position of the deputy clerk publicity. Honorable members, they will
Yeah,
take their oath.
yeah.
They will take their oath of office at our next sitting, which is the physical sitting next month. So the house is accordingly notified. Honorable
Yeah,
members,
yeah.
we move to item 7, which is the business committee statement. Honorable members, as we all know, the business committee statement is always led by the chairperson of the business committee and the person of the majority leader, Honorable Hubert Agbaode. Honorable Majority Leader, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to lay the business committee statement for this sitting. In the first session of the Fifth Parliament of Youth Impact Parliament and of Youth Impact Movement, for the third sitting of our first session of the lower chamber of Youth Impact Parliament on today, Wednesday, November 29, 2025. So before the commencement of business, we had the opening prayers. We went in to take the oath from the youth MPs that are actually joining us for the first time. And then we couldn't have communication from founders. Yeah, so we had communication from the speaker. And then from there, we moved to the commencement of legislative business, where we took our votes and proceedings, which has been adopted. And then we had the ratification of the nominees for the position of the clerk and then the deputy clerk publicity. And then we now, from there, we will move to the official introduction, which will be done pretty soon. Official introduction of youth MPs. And then we also move to the commencement of guest business, where we'll be having a presentation from our guests, who is in the person of Priscus Ackon. He is a social worker on his journey as a social worker, and why young voices matter in advocacy. I think that's what he'll be touching on today. And then we move to the debates of the day, which reads: This House believes that artificial intelligence will do more good than harm to the society. So that's the debate we'll be having today, this evening. Yeah. So from there we move to public and private business, where we'll be having the reports of the committee on selection, on the formation of our standing, and then select committees of this fifth parliament. And then we will have the questions, statements, and petitions from members. And then from there, we adjourn to our fourth parliamentary sitting, which will be decided on in next month. Thank you very much, the House. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This is the business committee statement. Thank you.
Honorable members, any inputs into the business committee report? Honorable members, if you don't have any inputs, I have some inputs. With the leave of the House, I would like us to take the commencement of public and private business, which is item 11 and item 12, before we take the commencement of debate. with the leave of the House. Honorable members, please, are you in the same light with me?
Mr.
on your
Speaker,
hands.
I think yes. From my side, I think I agree with you.
That's fine. The honorable members, in the absence of any further inputs, the business committee report is hereby adopted by the House. Item 8, official introduction of youth MPs. Honorable members, for this, I think I have to call your first names for you to introduce yourselves. So meaning I have to call you one by one. So when I mention your name, the name you use to join the call, then you tell us your full name and your constituency. And if you want to add a message or a brief remarks or a brief statement, then you can do so. But it should be very brief. So let's start with Honorable Robert. Honorable Robert, you
Sir.
have the floor.
Oh.
Honorable Robert, you have to introduce yourself.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Robert Fion, MP representing the lovely people of Kratchi's constituency. I'm the Deputy Minority Leader of Youth Impact Parliament. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Robert. Honorable Orlando, please do us the honor.
Hello. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My name is Tinubu Orlando, Youth MP for South Constituency. Thank you. Oh, the border.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Orlando. Move to Honorable Goswe Kofi. Honorable Goswe Kofi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, the House. My name is Goswe Kofi Pojo, representing the good people of Anyasotu. Of course, the highest or the dense populated voting constituency in Ghana with over 145,000 voters as at 2023 voting registration. Mr. Speaker of the House, I would like to appreciate this August House for the tremendous work done during the constitutional review submission. But Mr. Speaker, if you permit me, I would like to ask. I don't know whether it was made available or before it was an oversight, but if this August House fund is so needful, I think the final presentation that has been submitted to the Constitutional Review Committee, I mean at national level, should be made available to this to the members of this August House for them to read through and abridge themselves with it. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Honorable Goswe Kofi. Honorable, well noted. Well noted. We'll work on it. We'll make it available. Honorable Michael.
Thank you for the opportunity, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Michael Soa Adeti, and I represent the Honorable people of the Shire Sudoku constituency. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that brief introduction. I believe your name is not Delta. So, Honorable, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Thank you. Please, my name is Andrea Sandra Delali Gape, and I'm the Youth MP for Tema East constituency. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable. We'll move to Honorable Isaac Etonam.
Thank you very much, the Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I am Isaac Etoname, the Youth MP for Southside constituency. Let me just add how glad I am to have Honorable Will Semina rise to that position. I worked with her at the committee level, Committee of Defense, and I know how effective she is. Congratulations to her once again, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Isaac. Honorable Sarah, please, you have the floor. Honorable Sarah. Then let's move to Honorable DE. I know D is not your real name, so please unmute your mic and introduce yourself.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Chill Divine, Youth MP for Adaklu.
Thank you very much, Honorable Divine. Honorable Eunice Mausi, please introduce yourself. Before that, Honorable Eunice, please hold on. Let me hear from Honorable Godfrey Damewo.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is just to draw your attention. I know it's not my turn yet. I have seen from the in-call messages that Honorable Da Costa Aheto is saying that he has another meeting at 7 p.m. So if you could kindly permit him to introduce himself before he show his face as present at the other meeting and return back. So that's I want to remind you of, since you might not have seen the message. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well noted. Thank you for drawing my attention to it. Honorable Da Costa.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for prompting Mr. Speaker about this. Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're audible. Please proceed.
Okay, so my name is Da Costa Heto. I represent the people of Amasama constituency. I'm a teacher with GES. I'm a founder of Help Them Educational Foundation, registered, and I'm also a financial consultant with Prudential Life Insurance Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Da Costa.
You're welcome.
Let's go back to Honorable Eunice Mausi. Honorable Eunice. Then Honorable Richard, please introduce yourself. Honorable McCaffrey.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Makafui Ati, Youth MP for a Sojaman constituency. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Akpabli.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker in the Guest House. My name is Emmanuel Yao Akbabli, the Youth MP for the good people of Ketunov. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Honorable Kekeli.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Bright Dugbe, the Youth MP for Guan constituency in Oti region. Thank you.
Honorable Nathan.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. Yeah, my name is Nathan Ochuteku Blenu. I'm the Youth MP for Ashama constituency.
Honorable Akosia. Honorable Akosia.
Yeah, my
Honorable,
name is
please proceed.
okay. Thank you, Honorable. My name is Matilda Akusadosia, and the Deputy Clerk for Publicity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Honorable Nelly.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Bosusena Nelly, and I'm the Youth MP for Takrady constituency. Thank you very much.
Honorable Che Kofi.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Chair Kofi Azieto. I'm the Youth MP for North Town constituency. Thank you.
Honorable McBless. Honorable McBless. Honorable Amano. Honorable Amano.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I respond to that, representing the good people of Lagos and Port Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Amano. Honorable, is the name Salahu? Honorable, please unmute your
Yes,
mic.
please. Yes, please. Is
Please, you have the floor.
Honorable Sifas Kobla Salahu. Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Sifas Kobla Salahu. I represent the good people of Tano South. Tano South is located in the Halfo region and then is being, the capital is Bechem. Tano South, our main MP is Honorable Honorable Charles Asiedu. We are very happy for the work he's doing in the constituency. Recently, he and then the DVLA inaugurated an office in our constituency, which is helping the youth in employment and then helping them to register or license themselves for driving on Ghanaian roads. And that is a good initiative, and then we are happy since our people will not find it difficult to get licensed and then they'll be penalized by authorities. This has brought a relief to the constituency and then the good people of Tano South. Tano South still remain one of Ghana's good constituency, and then we strongly go by our motto, which says unity, excellence, and then development. And that is what we are seeing in our member of parliament. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Salahu. Honorable Brobe. Honorable Brobe.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Brobe Jeremiah from Amefi Central Constituencies Youth MP. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Honorable. Honorable Godson. Honorable Godson. Honorable Baisalom.
Thank you, Speaker in the House. I am Vixen Bright Salom, Youth MP for Hochwell constituency, the only commercial city in Gota region. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, please, who is Lionel? Please unmute your mic and speak and introduce yourself.
Good evening, Honorable Speaker. It's me, Roger.
Honorable Roger. Please introduce yourself to the House. Honorable Roger. Let's move to Honorable Constantina. Honorable Constantina.
Hi, Mr. Speaker. Thank you and good evening, honorable members. I am Constantina Tonamafi Agbonalaujuga, Youth MP for Okere constituency and the second Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable Hubert.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity.
I am Hubert Agbaho, the Youth MP for Akati North constituency and also the majority leader for the House. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Hubert. I believe everyone has gotten the opportunity to introduce themselves to the House. I know some of you have written your introductions in the honorable members. As I was saying, I know some of you have written your introductions in the in-call messages because of the nature of your background and where you find yourself at this particular time. We are grateful that you are able to join us. Honorable Godfred.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I did not get the opportunity to introduce myself. I only came in for Honorable Ahetu Da Costa. So I will take this opportunity to introduce myself. I am Honorable Godfred Amevo Savior, the Youth MP for the constituency that boasts of Ghana's and West Africa's best university, University of Cape Coast. So I'm the Youth MP for Cape Coast North constituency. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Godfred. Honorable Godfred, for you, you have introduced yourself over and over and over again. In the space of like 10 minutes, you introduce yourself almost 6 times. So I didn't see the need for you to reintroduce yourself again.
Oh,
But
okay.
all is fine.
I see, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for that.
All is fine. Honorable members, Honorable Robert, I see your hand up.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Actually, I don't know if there will be that opportunity because me too, I was actually busy before I was called to do the introduction. But there was something which I want to say with regards to the introduction, and which I would like you to maybe if you can still give me the opportunity to say.
Honorable Robert, I called your name, you know, right? You heard it
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah,
So can I?
just
So,
proceed. Just proceed.
okay, thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Speaker, a lot of things has happened in Ghana so fast, and I want to use this opportunity to also share my sincere condolence to the former First Lady of our great party NDC who lost her life, and also use the opportunity again to congratulate my MP or the MP of my constituency, that is Honorable Nelson Kofi Jabab, for electrifying 21 town in my constituency with brand new electricity. So I would say thank him very much and more grace to his elbow. I will say that he should continue doing the great work, and we need more of those things in our constituency. Thank you very much.
Honorable Robert, for clarity's sake, did I hear brand new electricity.
Yes, I said brand new electricity.
Okay, okay, okay. Um,
Or do you need some explanation to that?
no, it's fine, it's fine. Let's leave it like that. Honorable Amano, please, you have the floor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to make a quick remarks to what Honorable Robert has just said in regards to his introduction. First of all, the former First Lady is not the First Lady to the NDC party because the NDC party did not make her First Lady. She's the former First Lady to Ghana. So if you want to a way of extending condolences to the family and to your NDC party, fine. It's as a matter of fact that this particular call will be recorded, and as part of our unique selling proposition, we upload these videos on YouTube and other social media. Again, Rodrigo, I want you to let him explain what the brand new electricity is. Because as far as I'm concerned, electricity has been electricity since the 18th century. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know whether we have had a new form of electricity that me myself I'm not aware of. And I'm sure you, Mr. Speaker, yourself, you are you are surprised to hear him put out that his MP has electrified 27 community with a new electricity. Maybe he want to put out that his MP had been able to extend electricity supply to 27 constituencies. I don't know whether that is what he wants to say. However, if that is not it, then he should come up with a clarification. If it is not that, then he should withdraw the earlier statement and put a befitting statement. Thank you very much. Because and again, because when your MP hears it, he will not be happy at all. At all, you will not be happy at all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yeah. Man.
Thank you very much, Honorable Amano. Honorable Robert,
Yes, yes, Mr. Speaker.
no, you see why I was not the only one who was confused about the brand new electricity. I was
Yeah,
not the only one. Please, can you
yeah.
clarify the brand new electricity for the house?
Okay. Thank you very much. That was why I even indicated if there will be an explanation to that before you. Yes, it's just my own out of happiness. Use those words to explain the way and manner in which that electricity come into being. And I am saying it's a brand new electricity because it's been decades, it's been years, government come, government out, where we've been looking forward for the Messiah that will come and then give us electricity in our towns. So it's a joy out of the pleasure out of that. I just decided to qualify that action as a brand new electricity because over the years we've been using lanterns, a lot of things happen over the years. So, Mr. Speaker, it is just out of joy I'm qualifying that as a brand new electricity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Robert. Honorable Robert, please, going forward, this is a house of records keeping, and you may say something you alone will understand, but for clarity's sake, please m- make your submissions in a clear manner, so as when anyone takes this recording or the minutes or anything, they can easily follow whatever you are saying. I hope you get me.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
I see Honorable Amano's hand still up. Is there a follow up?
Yeah, thank you very much. Yes, you guys a follow up. You see, out of the abundance of your happiness does not rule out the instance where you have to put your statement in a clear language where people are. I can see that you have brand new electricity who kind of argue. However, you see, I keep saying a lot majority of us they don't want to keep doing what you are doing here. You know, want to take it further. The likelihood that you become a big man, of which I pray everybody will get that opportunity. And you make such statement and the media catches it as such. The salary, you don't even have opportunity to have a second chance of going into this. The intention behind a particular statement. By the time you have that opportunity, you go into the game. So you learn majority of Mohammed's, Ronaldo's, Baumian's statement that they made some time ago is what has been used to count them to today. So you see that I want to move that horrible Bennett retract that particular statement and put it in uh, a well-defined statement so that everybody will be clear, even though we understand what it means, right? In the past, if you were using lanterns and candles, that does not imply that for the fact that electricity supply has been extended to those communities, no, no. Mr. Speaker, I want Honorable Robert to do the right thing because, as you rightly said, this is a house of record keeping. And a house of record keeping where such statements will be kept in the hammer. I don't think at all it will be something that is defeating our parliament at all. As a deputy minority leader and youth MP, I stated earlier, when your MP hears this, he will not be happy at all. At all. He will not be happy at all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Amano. Please, both of you can put your hands down. Honorable Robert, as I said, this house of record keeping, and even though you have clarified whatever you meant, it will be prudent for you to move that the brand new electricity line, the sentence you made, should be expunged from the answer department. I want you yourself to move.
Uh, Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And thank you very much to my executive director for that correction. Mr. Speaker, uh, yes, I don't know. Actually, no, actually, I wish to say something before I even retract that, but it all still remain the same. Because even if I say business, even if I say electricity without bringing the brand new, it still remain the same. But even though with the explanation, it looks like it's still not well. So I want to move for that to be taken from my earlier statement made, and it should be replaced with he has what help in what electrifying 21 towns in my constituency. Karachi is to be precise. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Because you guys sorry
Thank you.
for he has left you out the whole community. Why are there people there?
21.
21 community electrifying them. You understand what is electrifying? Okay, that's just my own.
Honorable members, we all understand what you mean. Electricity has been extended to their parts. So let's leave Honorable Robert. Please, let's leave him alone. Um, Honorable Goswe, I see your hand up.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The House. Thank you for the opportunity. I also want to add up to my Honorable Amano's point that Honorable, I think, Robert, his submission of saying that former uh, First Lady of the Republic, he alluded it to NDC. But if our records or our memory can set us right, we think in 2012, the First Lady has declared her departure from the party, hence form her own party called National Democratic Party. So if anything at all, she's no more a member of the party before her departure again. So if anything, that great NDP he brought in should not, it's misleading. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Goswe. Um, Honorable members, I'll plead with you all for us all. We should not go to that part. We should not proceed to that part. I know emotions are flying in and people want to clarify themselves and everything. People want to do a little bit of politics, but we are fine behind time. Honorable members, we have come to the end of our official introductions. Honorable members, please let's proceed to the commencement of guest business. As stated earlier, we have in our midst Mr. Priscus Ackon, who is a social worker, is here today to share with us his journey as a social worker and why you young voices like matter in advocacy. Honorable Mr. Priscus, please, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, leaders of the chambers, and honorable members present. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to be in the chamber, albeit virtual, this evening. And I would want to first begin with acknowledging the Youth Impact Parliament for the good works being done. To a large extent, directly or indirectly, a lot of us are able to interact, share ideas, and frankly, shape the narrative of what the youth are expected to do and are doing in our various constituencies and jurisdictions. I must also say that uh, for friends who I know who have gone through the parliament or who have had interactions with the parliament, one way or the other, are people who indeed can be testified of upholding the very values that we expect in nation building and largely great discourse and shaping our global perspectives. My name, as already mentioned, is Priscus Ackon. I am by training a social worker, but in practice, one out of many things, including a public relations officer, a journalist, and some social entrepreneur as well. My journey as a social worker, and I beg not to take too much time of this parliament. My journey as a social worker started, I would say, when I started gaining realization of what should be done by an individual. It started as one who had the understanding that you must always be someone who is giving and helping community. That is how it came across to me. Because when I was growing, often would see my mom involved in NGO and philanthropy works. So for me, that was all there was and there is to helping society and helping community. So when my colleagues then in secondary school were choosing what programs to go and read, I was contemplating what course I would go and offer that would align with me working with NGOs and all of that. Then I chanced on a course called social work. And as at that time, it wasn't being offered by many institutions. And the people in my close circles who I could make inquiries from were people who attended a school called School of Social Work. School of Social Work is located at Osu, in a suburb called Kajano, just around the Kingdom Books area on your way to Labadi. So I applied. It was a diploma course. I applied and didn't attend the regular session because I had a dislike for going to school like the where you are being regulated as to when to wake up and you are wearing uniforms and co. But that was the setting for the regular student of the School of Social Work. So when I applied, we wrote entrance exams, and based on my outcome, I was asked if I could do the sandwich program. Now, the sandwich program was designed for people who were already in practice or other fields who wanted to just add it on. So to a large extent, I was asked if when I agreed to do so, I was in class with people working in DOFSU, police officers, and some other people. I dare say I was one of the very young people who was daring to be amongst them. And eventually, every other work you would do, was being shifted to be the young ones to do. So I went to the School of Social Work in 2014. And 2013-2014 was when I took the course over there. And the course outline included out of many psychology, criminology, sociology, social policy, research, medical social work, working with persons with disability, casework, and a couple of others. So in that study, then it grew my interest as well to say, well, if I have this number of courses I can read, and most importantly also social protection. So it gave me a wide view of how things should be. So eventually the course was done and we graduated. But during the time of studies, we had the internship like training because I was going for the sandwich one. It had more of industry practice than classroom work. So we had to go around some institutions, and the institutions that we had to work with, to my surprise, were institutions that normally most of us do not even know that social work or social welfare is being handled around. So permit me to briefly take you in some departmental knowledge. So the Department of Social Welfare, now in Ghana, often being referred to as the Department of Social Development, is under the Ministry of Gender. And it has its own mission. Among many things, the vision is to be the lead integrator, integrating the disadvantaged, the vulnerable, the excluded, and marginalized in society into mainstream societal development. And the mission is to ensure that we work with individuals, families, groups, and communities to improve their social well-being. The key functions of the Department of Social Welfare under the Ministry of Gender, Children, and Social Protection, the key functions of the department is children's right protection, community care, social interventions, awareness and prevention of cases, and some other things. So the department has its regional offices as well as its district offices. So when you are practicing or when you are studying, I must say the School of Social Work actually is a school run by the Department of Social Welfare. So they send you around. So we had to do, then we call it the field work. We had to do field work at the ministries and the departments, agencies. So then I came back to the regional Department of Social Welfare here in Ibo, located in the Volta Regional Coordinating Council. Then we were sent to the district office, which was also then located in the same premise, but on the block of where we have the regional minister's office now. So it was down there. Over there, I had the experience to work on case studies. Case studies involves child custody. Child custody basically provides you the opportunity to, when parents, right, the father and the mother are having issues as to who should have custody of the child, you make assessment of the situation and find the parent who is best fit, depending on socio-economic factors, to take care of the kids. Often it affects parents who are either divorced or having marital challenges and all of that. So that's custody. It also helps you to work on marital issues and all of that. So basically, you provide counseling services at the district social welfare offices. It also provides you the opportunity to work on child maintenance. Child maintenance is a sublet of the custody case, where you are looking at if the father is neglecting responsibility or any of the parents is neglecting responsibility, you step in to regulate how their responsibility is being undertaken. So if it's giving money for the upbringing of the child, then you are now regulating to say, well, at the end of every month, don't send the money to the mother directly, because that is where you are shortcoming. So bring the money to the office, the mother picks it here and is able to sign. So you do all of that with child custody cases, and protecting the rights of children, mothers, and all of that. And also some other communal and societal issues. Often people mistake what they should send to social welfare to DOFSU. If it's not any domestic violence issue, ideally shouldn't be sent to the DOFSU. It should be sent to the Department of Social Welfare. And then if the need be, then they make the reference to seconded means they are employed as social welfare staffs, but handed over to work in the DOFSU unit. So when you go, they assess the case, and whichever one, they're able to move on as well. Then from the case study places, then you have what we call the prisons aftercare. Prisons aftercare basically are the social welfare staffs often designated to the prisons. So often they are not prison officers. It's in recent times that the prison is recruiting officers and giving them training to perform the role, but it's often for social affairs who are now liaisons between the prisoner and their community. So even before the prisoner is released, the prisons aftercare officer was expected or is expected to go into the community, do some sensitization, so as to ensure that when the prisoner is sent home, he or she is well accepted and integrated into the community, to avoid the discrimination and all. But in the jurisdiction where we find ourselves, you can go and do all of that, but still have people discriminate and not accept the prisoner back, and they find the prison yards more comforting and therefore commit crimes and go back there again. So that we had to go over there again. Then in our hospitals as well, it would interest you to know, and I'll use the case of Home Municipality, but it's almost at every hospital. Even Kolebu has it, Komfanoche has it. We have what we call the social welfare unit at every hospital. And the people who practice there are people who practice as medical social workers. Now, the social worker is supposed to work with the medical team. The doctor is to handle medicine. Often we do not know. The doctor is to handle medicine, the accountant is to handle finances, and all the pharmacist is to do medicine. The social worker becomes the utility player who works with the client's family or social environment, and the medical facility. So there are some conversations the doctor should not have with the client. The doctor should not come and be telling the client how to go and handle their family, their patient, and all of that. If the patient's relatives are not coming, the social health officer is expected to deal with the patient and the family. So if there's any support, anything that the patient will need, the social worker in the hospital is expected to do that. And I worked at the whole teaching hospital. First, the internship at the whole municipal hospital was around a month. But then for extensive work, I was at the whole teaching hospital, then whole regional, Volta Regional Hospital from 2015 all through to around 2017 and 18 before I left again to school and all of that. So the medical social worker plays the role that serves as an interdisciplinary team player, ensuring that whatever the patient and their family or their social interactions will need, they do. But in our hospital settings now, the only thing they are best using the medical social workers for to a large extent is going after patients and helping the account unit to recover their bills, and the patients are not able, so they call you, they've discharged this person, and handling discharge in case. Monetary is not the concern, but once the facility doesn't know the use for the person, that's what they do. And then we have what we call dealing with the NGOs and child trafficking and all. So we've worked with Madame Fogana. Personally, I've worked with Madame Fogana and the International Justice Mission in rescuing children who are being trafficked and used for child labor on the Volta Lake, Pando Toko, rescuing kids, ensuring rehabilitation between the reintegration. So there was a policy a couple of years ago that orphanage homes were springing up and some were exploiting kids. After some consultations and some deliberations, the policy is that they should just be kept as shelters. So in the Volta region right now, I can say confidently that we don't have more than 5 recognized NGOs or children shelters like orphanages. A lot of them are operating illegally. They are supposed to keep the people, and we encourage what we call family reintegration. So whether the child was found on the streets or was abandoned or was rescued, they come into your facility. Your work is to go into the background of the child, identify definitely there is a family member, identify and have the child be with that person. Then the NGO supports the child from their family members. So that they are growing among community, because if we've realized that if children grow in institutions for a long time, their ability to cope with society, because they've been kept at a particular place, some have challenges coping and they lose their family lines and all of that. So family reintegration and a couple of that. And that practice also is there. And we have what we call the juvenile justice system, where you go to court on behalf of the kid. So under 18 years, we know the justice system doesn't send such a person to prison, but to the juvenile correctional centers. We don't have one in the Volta region, but often when we go to court on behalf of these kids, become their defendants, and we work all it out, then they're sent to the juvenile correctional centers, often or with parent, and then foster care. Foster care is also key. Please, for those of us on the call who have family relatives, foster care is also very important, because in my practice over the period, sometimes we feel it's just a family member's kid will come and stay with us and go. We've had people who have tend to say, well, I just sent my kid to this person. Let's ensure it is legalized. So if you can take care of someone's kid, please go and be registered as a foster care parent in the community. If you have somebody who can do that, so that in times when we have children who are vulnerable, that needs to be placed somewhere temporarily, and there's no NGO or shelter home or shelter that can take care of them, those kids can be placed with you. We've had mothers who have given birth and run away from their children, dumped them and all. Temporarily, we'll need some care for those people, so we can all register as foster care children. Then also, about 2 years ago, before I returned to Ho, I worked as an adoption facilitator with an adoption agency, which is registered with the Department of Social Welfare and was operating in Accra. We do both local and international adoptions. Now, local adoptions done in the country. International is if you need to travel with the child, and the requirements are quite different. Where we have to do what we call the home study, come and do investigation in your home, write the reports, and then go to court. Please, for adoption, it is not just like, let me re-emphasize the point. It's not just saying, oh, I have an auntie in the village, so the child is coming to me. Or the person says, oh, you take my child and be taking care of them. Please and please, if the person even willingly does that to you, it is possible they will turn on you one day. If I have a word that I want to give to majority leader or leader of the upper chamber or something, regardless of relation, we have what we call the relinquishment. I must write and offer through the agent. So depending on assessment, to go and come back and confirm your relinquishment. When you do, you go to court, the judge will sign, everybody will sign, the agency, the social worker, everybody will sign that on this day, this person says this child is no longer yours. That child now becomes a property of the state. So if the leader of the upper chamber now wants to take that child, even though we are cousins or whatever, he now needs to apply to adopt that child. He's adopting from the state. So if one I go back and say, this child is mine, I want to take it. It is not mine. The child was taken from the state, and often you can't get the child back as yours again. So let's be careful how we do that. And for those of us who are married and maybe on a lighter note, if we are going to travel with our kids, if we ever have intention to travel with our kids, please let's try our best to be doing some DNAs now, because during my work as an officer at the adoption agency, we've had fathers who have returned into the country to travel with their kids, and then when the biometrics were done, they realized they were not biological kids. With that, you would have to adopt your own child again. So all of this go a long way to affect society. And how we plan one is the LEAP, livelihood for the poor and co. Now, LEAP is a policy that gives financial assistance and some auxiliary support for the vulnerable and the aged and co in our communities. Often it's a targeted policy. The school feeding, among other programs run concurrently with the Department of Social Welfare, also support our communities. Now, to read, let me dovetail to why advocacy matters, especially for we, the youth. The fact is that the completeness of our communities, the full functioning of individuals in our communities cannot be left as everybody and their own affair. My full functioning and the ability for me to be able to take decisions and act in manners that will be beneficial to our community and also to our nation is not everybody for himself. We all have the responsibility to ensure that we are each other's keeper, even just as the Bible recommends for us, because if I become a criminal, chances are all of us who are in this chamber today, one way or the other, someone might suffer the brunt of me becoming a criminal. If I become somebody who is not beneficial to the state, it means that whatever potential I might have added to the success of the country is missing. So we all have responsibility to look out for one another, whether we are related by blood, we are related by ethnic affiliations, religious affiliations, or professional lines. We all have that responsibility. It doesn't concern age. It doesn't concern location. It doesn't concern complication or even academic levels. What is more important is that we all need to ensure that our society is growing, for which, if we have any role to play, we must all put our hands on deck. The very easiest role to play is advocacy. The very easiest role to play is advocacy. And why do I say this? Because for advocacy, you do not necessarily need to have money to be able to advocate. You do not necessarily need to be overly intelligent to hold a degree or a master's or a PhD to be able to advocate. All you need is understanding of what the situation is and what steps you need to take. So, for instance, if there is a social problem going on, and social problem is any problem that doesn't affect just an individual. So if it's a water crisis in our community, which is breeding cholera, it becomes a social problem. Advocacy is so simple. If you can just write a placard, you are advocating. If you can speak to another youth who would understand and say, henceforth, let's go house to tell people, educate them that, well, because you are suffering from water, we should not do X, Y, Z. That is good enough. If we can become agents of change, rather using our time for all other things, using our time to be engaging in conversations about our rights, conversations about how to treat one another, conversations about how to support our environment to ensure that this climate change doesn't affect us, conversations about sanitation. The opportunities for us to have conversation about are so huge. And we do matter, especially because we are the youth. Recently, if you pay attention, we are becoming the middle, the bridge between those who are coming after us and those who are already ahead of us. And the best thing we can do now and to the best of our ability is to ensure that we are not failing those who are coming after us, and we are not putting those who are going before us into more danger, because they might have caused dangers already that they are struggling to remedy. So the advocacy does matter, especially for we the youth. Another thing also to add is that for us to be able to advocate, we need to ensure that we are engaging with like-minded people. We cannot advocate making ourselves look as saints, making ourselves look better than those who are in whatever situation. Often that is the stance we take, that we portray ourselves as, oh, I am not part of this, therefore XYZ. But then if we are going to advocate, then let's put on our empathy glasses, our empathy gloves, or whatever it is, so that we can best understand why somebody is engaging in a particular activity and how best to draw them out. Because if you cannot put yourself in someone's shoes, if we cannot empathize, then we would miss the essence of getting to know why the people are engaging in what they're engaging in. And once we miss that, we will not be able to find the right ways to address the situation. So please, let's put on our empathy caps so that we best understand why XYZ will do what they are doing. Even the issues about corruption. I tell people that if we were living in a country where opportunities are fair, if we're living in a country where the youth is understanding that, well, once I go to school, a typical example, and for all of us, maybe let's think about this. The student loan trust fund often is blaming people and adding more interest for them not being able to pay their student loans. But question is, what is the guarantee of the person that after school and national service, they are going to get a job to pay you back? If you've given them 3 years after school to be able to get a job, what is the guarantee? Imagine if the opportunities were fair, that after national service, maximum 2 years, 3 years, regardless your field, you would go into active work. Everybody would be able to pay their student loans. It means the trust fund itself will have measures put in place that once you're employed, they take their money. But there are people who have completed school and for 10 years are not employed. They are unable to pay their student loans. And then they are sending messages to guarantors to say XYZ has refused to pay the loan and will take it from the pension. This is someone going on pension. So we need to understand that people who would act in a certain way are acting because of a reason. And let's put our minds to it so that we can best understand them. There are so many people putting up defense mechanism. Fathers who have failed their own daughters, and their inability to admit that they have failed their children are telling them, your mates are getting married. What are you even doing? Your mates have boyfriend, and you over here still depending on your father. We need to understand that maybe there are people who have no other choice than to engage in the vices, in the hookups and co, because that has become the only resolve. And we cannot go out to say prostitution is bad. Let's go out and see, okay, what actually are the issues? Let's have conversations with the people. So communication is the next point I want to build. That for us to be advocates and effective ones, as that let's try to communicate even with those who are either perpetrating or those who are victims of the situation, so that we don't go out and speak as if some people are more devils and we are more angels, because that is one of the ways we push people away. And the very last one before I end the session is that once we are advocating, let's understand that the situations could be on us as well. The situation could be on us as well. So once we are advocating, integrity is key, and let's ensure we are maintaining it, because once we put ourselves out there to be people who want a situation to change, there is the tendency for people or situations to want to try us to see whether we are strong enough. And maybe not all of us are able to do. We've heard situations before who people who have led demonstrations will now come back and we hear that they have done this. In recent time, we've seen that happen in our political spheres, that someone says something 3 years ago, but when the tables change, they are supporting the other. So it is very important, once we are advocating, let our yes be yes, and let's let our no's be no. So that moving on, we're not seen to be people who have double standards. Because once you cannot be trusted in the advocacy challenge or the advocacy journey, your words cannot be taken, and therefore you cannot make the necessary impact. Please and please, advocacy is our key, and it is accessible to everybody. Let's pick up. If speaking is what will work for you, please speak. If writing is what will work for you, please write. If youth mobilization is what will work for you, please mobilize the youth. But in all, let's pay credence to law and abide by it, so that our advocacy doesn't make us arrogant, doesn't make us look as if we are now turning against people, and doesn't make us lose essence of the future we want to build for ourselves, we want to build for our families, our country, and the world at large. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Priscus, for that insightful speech. Honorable members, I will lie to you. I've learned a lot from this. Um, the part of the country where I'm from, when we hear social workers, we think is sorry to say, the prostitutes. That's what we call social workers. But listening to Mr. Priscus, I'm very enlightened, and I've learned a new thing. But before I take your questions, honorable members, let me ask my first question, which is Mr. Priscus, please, you mentioned the categories of people that fall under those social workers take care of. I didn't hear refugees. Please, is it that you omitted it, or they are different from your line of duty? So let me take questions from members so that you can answer it at once. Honorable Magles, I see your hand.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker in the House. My name is Donovan Markles. Youth Temple for Southern. Mr. What's the name? Let me get the name. Priscus. Okay. I think that is a very insightful section. Your introduction was something that I love so much. Looking forward, like you commending YIP for giving the exposure to some people that you've known so far. I think it's something that it's a good observation you've made. And going forward, YIP will not be struggling to have speakers of this kind because as YIP is training us, we'll come back anytime they have sittings and these kind of symposiums to speak about them. So you being that is one of the things, and you being a social worker and explaining the whole steps of social work, volunteerism, um, I think it's something very great, and that's where some of us also find ourselves. We are humanitarians and volunteers, so learning a whole lot in addition to what I've also learned already as a humanitarian part of Lions International. I've learned something very great, and I'll add up to the little skills I have in that side too. And I'm sure, and I hope I'll be a great person. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mark Bless. Any 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 other question, contribution, comments? Honorable members, any contributions, comments, questions, anything? Honorable Celestete.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I wanted to find out from Honorable Priscus that does it mean that social welfare department is available at all the MMDAs in Ghana? And if they were to reach out to them, how easy can they be located? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Celeste. Honorable members, any further questions? Honorable Priscus, please, you can proceed to answer the questions.
Thank you very much, Speaker. So to your question first about the refugees, the handling of refugees is not a direct tax under social welfare. It's a tax that falls largely under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. However, if there is any assessment done for which the services of the Department of Social Welfare is needed, they are drawn in just as we have a team. So on various cases, like for child trafficking, for child abuse, for sexual exploitation, and so many other cases, there are often committees formed. These committees are interdepartmental. So you would see a representative from NADMO, representative from Ghana Health Service, a representative from Social Welfare, and so many police, the security forces, and co coming together to handle. So at any time at all that is needed, the Department of Social Welfare is drawn in. That is why the training is quite elaborate as to what to be able to do at a particular time. So that's it to the handling of refugees issue as well. It's like disaster when it comes in, some psychological support and co. So the psychologist is brought, some social integration. So the Department of Social Welfare is also drawn in, and all of that. And then also thank you very much for the commendation. Humanitarian work, volunteerism, and all fall under social work. Like I said, like perhaps I missed this one, but you could train and work professionally as a social worker, or train and work as a, or just by yourself work as a volunteer or someone who is working in the humanitarian circle. So basically, that's what it is. To the question about location of social welfare offices. The social welfare offices are cut across all MMDAs. All you need to do is to go there and request for their service that you want to see the social welfare office. Sometimes, because we are humans, you would go to the office and have some human attitudes and all, but I'm sure my number can be put out. I'll be glad to provide some ideas as to perhaps when you go to the office, depending on what case you are sending, where exactly even you should go, and what who you should speak to, or how you should present the case and all. But the offices are open to all and always. So we have the regional and the municipal or the district offices all across. Sometimes all on the same premises, depending on how the administration is. Sometimes not at the same place, but they handle all cases. And when you go, like I said, once it's not an issue of domestic violence and co, you can send anything there. Often when you go and you're not sure, even if it's their case, then you tell them you want them to help you with advice and all. If it's dispute cases, sometimes you can also send it to the ADR, which is the Alternative Dispute Resolution unit, which is strictly under the Judicial Service and Co. Even though social affairs staffs can also do such cases for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Priscus Ackon, for your insightful presentation. The House is grateful and we have learned a lot from you. And we hope and pray that anytime we fall upon you, you come and help us with your expertise. On behalf of the House, I want to say thank you again, and may God richly bless you as you go and serve Mother Ghana. Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Please, you are discharged.
Right, Honorable Speaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Honorable members, as I stated earlier, we'll take the commencement of public and private business before we come back to the commencement of debate. So we take the report, that is item 11 on our other paper, that is report of the Committee on Selection on the formation of standing and select committees for the Fifth Parliament. Honorable members, the Committee on Selection, which I chair, is proposing the composition of the standing committee and the select committee for our Fifth Parliament. It is drawn from me, the Speaker of Parliament, 12 parliamentary service members, 222 members of Parliament, and we have been placed in 16 parliamentary standing committees and 18 select committees. Honorable members, for time's sake, the chairperson, I'll mention the committee, they mention the chairperson, the vice chairperson, and the ranking member. After everything, a WhatsApp platforms will be created for you, and you'll be placed in your respective committees so that you can start work. Very soon, I'll be giving directives to all committees for you to work together and produce a report. Honorable members, I want to start from the Appointment Committee. Appointment Committee is chaired by the First Deputy Speaker, Honorable Kwame Sodoji, Vice Chairperson, Godfred Amevo, and the ranking member, Honorable Mark Bless Domevenu. Then go to Business Committee, chaired by Honorable Hubert Agbaode, Vice Chairperson, Honorable Barcelom, and the ranking member, Honorable Shine Anani Jata. Then Education Committee, chaired by Honorable Dacosta Aheto, Vice Chairperson, Honorable Edmond Nyamiche, ranking member, Honorable Benjamin Nanatichi. The Entertainment Committee, chaired by Honorable Divine Enyam Chewu, Vice Chairperson Richard Maululu Enyu, and ranking member, Honorable Bismarck Tay. External Affairs, chaired by Honorable Charles Adonu, Vice Chairperson, Honorable Cephas Kwabla Selau, ranking member, Honorable Collins Koku Ativu. The Finance Committee, chaired by Honorable Christian Donko, Vice Chairperson Goswe Kofi Bojo, ranking member, Honorable Courage Amuako. Health and Safety, chaired by Honorable Nathan Kublenu, Vice Chairperson, Honorable Ewe Kofi, ranking member, Honorable Emmanuel Siao. Intelligence Committee, chaired by the Minority Leader, the person of Wanda Nicodemus Dameshi, Vice Chairperson, Honorable Robert Fiaono, ranking member, Honorable Felix Butche. Organizing Committee, chaired by Honorable Elsie Akofa, Vice Chairperson, Honorable Samson Doche, ranking member, Honorable Goswe Aveji. The Petitions Committee, chaired by Honorable Celestine Kumagan, Vice Chairperson, Honorable Wilfred Kwabla Agbo. The ranking member, Honorable Henry Kwabena Kokroko. Privileges Committee, chaired by the Second Deputy Speaker, Honorable Constantina Agbenola Oduga. Vice Chairperson, Honorable John Seiram Kumoji. Ranking member, Honorable Believe Agoso. Publicity Committee, chaired by Honorable Isaac Etonameje. Vice Chairperson, Emmanuel Yante, Honorable Emmanuel Yante. Ranking member, Honorable Samson Setufia. Special Budget Committee, chaired by Honorable Harriet Senano Abude. Vice Chairperson, Daniel Atta Akapo. The ranking member, Honorable Goswe Nwamegbo. Then Sports and Games Committee, chaired by Honorable Charles Jeho. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Evans Mbangna. Ranking member, Honorable John Achu Amemachro. Standing Orders Committee, chaired by myself, the Speaker. Then Vice Chairperson, Honorable Enoch Kujo Apiji. Ranking member, Honorable Joshua Tay. Welfare Committee, chaired by Honorable Abigail Zanei. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Pamela you were two. The ranking member, Honorable Kelvin Yao Agboche. Committee on Chieftaincy and Religion, chaired by Honorable Uwemoneli Kemagbo. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Godfred Ugu. Ranking member, Honorable Michael Soa Ajete. Committee on Cost of Living, chaired by Honorable Silas Tetedaite. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Godfred Kolamo. Ranking member, Honorable Kelvin Kofi Kelly. Committee on Defense and National Security. Chairperson, Honorable Manuel Bless Jandu. Vice Chairperson, Bright Dugbe. Ranking Member, Honorable Swami Foster. Committee on Democratic Governance, chaired by Honorable Kwame Mensah Dosavi. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Marceline Saki. Ranking Member, Honorable William Kwesi Ayino. Committee on Election Monitoring, chaired by Honorable Wisdom Biyam. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Emmanuel Bobo. Ranking Member, Honorable Philomena Oforilabi. Committee on Employment and Labor, chaired by Honorable Kendall Elizabeth Mante. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Jeremiah Bruby. Ranking Member is there's no one occupying the ranking member for now. Committee on Energy and Petroleum, chaired by Honorable Godson Etre. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Herbert Yao Bleke. Committee on Environmental Protection, chaired by Honorable Makafuyati. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Magdalene Comfort Asirefi. Committee on Food and Agriculture, chaired by Honorable Richmond Agbai. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Mary Dugbaza. Then Committee on Foreign Affairs, Chairperson, Honorable Elom Kosi Aibo. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Sandra Adregakpe. Committee on Gender and Children, Chairperson, Honorable Ruth Ama Agbeviade. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Jennifer Bansi. Committee on Human Rights, chaired by Honorable Elijah Kofi Akoto. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Nelly Boso. Committee on Judicial Affairs, chaired by Honorable Joshua Ananga. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Patrick Kofi Odai. Committee on Legislative Affairs, chaired by Honorable Amano David Na. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Lina Abina Genyu. Committee on Local Governments, the Chairperson, Honorable Che Kofi Aziato. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Clark Orlando Kunugbe. Committee on Student Relations, chaired by Honorable Emmanuel Yawakpabli. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Justice Dimanya. Committee on Technology, Chairperson, Honorable Abdul Aziz Hussein. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Senyo Kweku Courage. Committee on Trade and Industry, chaired by Honorable Roger Ayaovi Zonve. Vice Chairperson, Honorable Justice Mauli Kunyegbe. Honorable members, I'll plead on the House and the table office to capture the entire document as if I've read all. Honorable members, this is the report of the Committee on Selection on the formation of the Standing and Select Committees of the Fifth Parliament. Honorable members, please, any inputs and deliberations into it? Honorable Godfred.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We've had the report from the Committee on Selection of the Fifth Parliament of Youth Impact Parliament Ghana. I just want to thank the Committee on Selection for a massive work done, first of all. And secondly, I want to congratulate all honorable members, the leaders, the chairman for the various committees, the vice chair, the ranking members, and members of all committees. Those who have been elevated from members to ranking members, vice chair, and then chair, those who have maintained. And to everyone, I just want to say congratulations. And then being members and leaders of various committees, you have a responsibility to serve. We have a responsibility to serve. So I wish us all the best, and then I hope that we will all serve well and do best to support Youth Impact Parliament. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Godfred. Thank you very much, Honorable Godfred. Honorable members, Honorable Hubert.
All right, thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. Yeah, that's a brilliant submission from Honorable Godfred. And I would like to add that this is the fifth parliament, and then Youth Impact Parliament will be celebrating the fifth anniversary very soon. And let's actually see the work of these committees, the various committees being formed now. Let's see the work, and then, Mr. Speaker, as you always do, let me try and give them the work. Let's always be up to task. You know, we have the committees, but we are not actually seeing it work. Let's say something on education that the committee is supposed to work on. Let's say the committee on education, we don't see them. Let's say something, various committee that you've mentioned today, both the select and then the standing committees. I just want us to be up to task and then hold each other to the work that we all plead ourselves that we would be doing for that very day that we took our oath to become youth MPs, and then where members today also took their oath. Let's all try and then do our best. You know, we will be here shouting that our leaders are not doing that, they are not doing this. We are expecting a lot from the ministers. Meanwhile, the little opportunity being given to us now, we are not able to perform to the best of our ability. Before we will chastise or kind of talk down on any leader, I think let's also look within ourselves and then see that if I'm the one in this position, will I be able to handle that tax? It will reflect on what we are putting or the results we are putting in when the little tax is being given to us at this stage. So I'm urging us all, let's not sleep on this. Even if you are just a committee member, try to put your committee chair and the deputy on their toes. If you are ranking or deputy ranking, let's all let our work show. No one is perfect. As the chairman of the business committee, I do come every sitting, lay the business committee report, and any other duty that they might assign to me. So let's try and see the relevance of other committees that has been set up. Thank you very much. And congratulations to all youth MPs that have gained chairmanship and the deputies. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Hubert. Honorable Mark, please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Donovan Marvelous, Youth MP for Southern, and my minority chief people official. Mr. Speaker, sorry to say my network was not really stable. I don't know if you share the list anytime soon, but I heard my name. I heard my name in the first committee, the appointment committee, but later on I heard my name again, but I didn't actually hear the committee before the name because my network fell off. That is my first appeal. And the second one is, yeah, this is a new parliament, as you all know. The habit of 2-1C and not up to tax, it should be something of the past. Let's do away with that for now. let's keep in the energy. We don't want to have a situation in this parliament whereby a committee will be on other paper to present a report to the house. We will come to sitting, and it will be time for the committee to present their report, and the committee chair and the members are nowhere to be found. Please, let's do away with that. Even if the chair is not around, the chair should make sure the report is prepared and dedicate to any member of the committee that will be present at the sitting so that the person can present their report. Let's try to be up and doing this time. All committees, as you rightly said, all committees should be up and doing this time so that the YP we are all expecting to see in the near future. We start today so that we will be better versions of ourselves. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mark Bless. Honorable, I mentioned your name just once, not twice. So get that correction. And if anything, your committee groups will be created for you. So you know the committees you have been assigned to. And adding to what Honorable Godfred and Honorable Hubert and Honorable Mark has said, you see, Youth Impact Parliament, we give you the opportunity. You're all trying to create an opportunity for all of us to learn. So teamwork is one thing we cherish. That's why we assign everybody to a committee so that you can come together and work for a specific goal. So as I said, I'll be giving a directive to every committee for them to bring out a report and lay it before the house. But it shouldn't, the committee shouldn't sit dormant and wait for me to give directives. We live in the world where every day there is news. Every day there is a new development. So when you look at trending issues and things that you should bring to the notice of members of parliament, you shouldn't wait for me to give you a directive before you do something. The committee can come together and write a statement on a specific topic or a trending issue and come away in parliament for all of us to add our input into it. So it's not only when I give directives before the committee will work. The committees can start working. There's a lot of sports and trending issues about sports, technology, educations. Like, we live in a world where news is like there's always news, there's always something to talk about. So I will urge everybody, every committee to be up to tax so that at the end of this fifth parliament, we see a new phase of our committee system. Thank you very much, honorable members, and congratulations once again. Honorable members, Honorable Majority Leader, please move a motion for the adoption of the report of the Committee on Selection.
All right, thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. Without any further addition or submission to make, I, Hubert, move for the adoption of the report from Committee on Selection. Thank you.
Honorable members, any seconder? Honorable members, please, any seconder to the motion? I know that my minority leader is not here. He has texted me that is currently occupied and he will join very soon. So anybody from the minority leadership can second the motion and we'll move on. Honorable members, please any seconder. Anybody can second at this point. Anybody can second.
Mr. Speaker,
Honorable
Mr. Speaker.
proceed. Honorable
Okay,
proceed.
thank you. My name is Ovan Magla. Thank you for Southern Constituency. I hereby second the motion moved by the majority leader for the adoption of the committee of selections report.
Honorable members, the motion the motion for the adoption of the report of the Committee on Selection has been moved and duly seconded. All members in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is carried. The report on the Committee on Selection is hereby adopted by the House as a working document. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honorable members, item 12 on our other paper. It's now time for questions, statements, and petitions, if any. Honorable members, it's now time for questions, statements, and petitions, if any. The honorable members, let's proceed to the commencement of debate. Honorable members, today the House is debating on the motion, and I read, this House believes that artificial intelligence will do more good than harm to society. I read the motion once again. This House believes that artificial intelligence will do more good than harm to society. Honorable members, I'd like us to take the opening remarks from our majority leader. Honorable Hubert, please, you have the floor.
All right, thank you very much, right, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to lay my opening remarks for the motion today, which reads the House believes that artificial intelligence will do more good than harm to the society. So this motion is going to be where the majority will actually take the good side of the motion, and the minority will actually oppose it by saying the motion for today, the artificial intelligence will cause more bad than good. So we just go the opposite side. So we are the majority suppose that the emergence of AI, even in Africa, for instance, people do say that we are even far behind, like 20 to 30 years, where we are now being exposed to artificial intelligence and then see its relevance into on our society, being its education wise, being its agriculture, economy, or what have you, or being its health delivery. So, Mr. Speaker, just to touch on the agriculture sector, where I'm very much keen about. Mr. Speaker, when you look at the successes that artificial intelligence, is known as AI, have actually bring to the agri sector, you know that gone are the days that you don't have any means to track your crop, how well they are doing, and then the projections that you would need to know, and then forecast into the future how the crop would have to do well, or even to the extent of testing the soil to know the appropriate crop that will actually be relevant for which particular type of soil. You know that we just go there and then plant any crop, and then at the end of the planting season, you will not get the best yield or the best result that you'll be looking for after spending a huge sum of money into that. Mr. Speaker, today I would say that with the emergence of artificial intelligence, we have sensors, we have machines that we can use to test the viability of the soil, and then even to the extent of application of fertilizers to the various crops, in what particular proportion can you actually use those fertilizers so that you will not overuse the fertilizer on one particular type of crop. You know, when you want to meet the market requirement, let's say you want to export or even use it domestically, if you don't actually apply that fertilizer within a particular proportion, it will actually affect that crop that you are fertilizing, or actually cause more harm to whoever is going to consume it. So with the emergence of artificial intelligence, it's actually reduced how we are being affected by the application of fertilizer. You get a value for money. That's also one, because you are pushing the fertilizer in a proportion that you will not overuse your meager resources. That's just to say a few that this is what the successes that artificial intelligence has given the agriculture sector. So we move to the health sector. The practitioners, some of them are even on the call, they can all attest to the fact that the emergence of artificial intelligence has actually helped them to uncover some diseases that they were not able to uncover initially, actually profess some medications for that particular type of disease. With the help of artificial intelligence, things are going smoothly at a faster rate. When it comes to education, to Mr. Speaker, education, gone are the days that you want to do a research, you have to go thoroughly through the search engine, whereby you use either Chrome or Google and search for just one specific information that you're actually searching for. But the space at which you would want it, Mr. Speaker, you will not get it as we have it now. With the help of artificial intelligence, Mr. Speaker, you can actually search for words, and then very quickly you will get the accurate response. It's all about a matter of you feeding the right information into the AI, and the results therein would actually be delivered to you within a twinkle of an eye. Gone are the days whereby you see us struggling to do an assignment, but by the help of artificial intelligence, we've been able to provide good and quality assignment. And even though it comes, we have to acknowledge that whosoever is at the end of using that AI must feed the AI with the right information, whereby you actually get the right result. Mr. Speaker, not to say much, these are the successes that we gain from the artificial intelligence, whereby workload on humans or work delivery is now at a very faster space whereby we are getting the accurate result at a very timely and then a very fast rate. Mr. Speaker, these are my preliminary remarks concerning the motion for for today. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Majority Leader, for your opening remarks. Minority bench. Today, Honorable Magblesh, you are the available leader, so I don't have any choice than to call you for your opening remarks.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker in the House. My name is Usman Youth MP for Southern Constituency, the minority chief whip of the House. Mr. Speaker, I would say AI or artificial intelligence have done a whole lot of good to us as humans in the technological space now, where there are some bad or adverse effects of it, which have to be looked at in order to help resolve some issues. When it comes to the state of employment, AI is doing most likely things now. So the pace at which employment should go in some workplaces is drastically coming down because since they have somebody who can use the little space and interact with AI to do other jobs, they feel that is okay for them. So employment is going down in that side, and a quick look should be something should be done about that. Please, am I audible?
Yes, please proceed.
Okay. And looking at uh, I'll look at bias and I'll look at education and learning. AI has make education and learning very easy, but right now it has taken the students off critical thinking in adverse problem solving. It's it's make us too lazy to think outside the box to find solutions to problems, either than playing under the internet for our solutions and answers. And also looking at healthcare and healthcare. When it comes to healthcare, we know AI is doing a whole lot of diagnosis, prediction, analysis for diseases and stuff. But in one way or the other, we know this artificial intelligence does not do or does not recognize our local treatment and stuff. So it always look at prediction of those international drugs and medications, leaving our local health practitioners out of the game because they don't have a chance to be played when it comes to um, those space. And also looking at cyber threats, yes, we've all more or less find ourselves on the internet now because of AI. So we are vulnerable to cyber threats in one way or the other, of which have to be what look at and more education should be given on cyber security so that the youth and any other person can be very conscious when they are on the internet. So, with a few points that I've listed, I believe that AI is doing good, but there are some adverse or weak parts of the AI that should be looked at. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Magblesh, for your inputs and contribution. Honorable members, The floor is open to the House for your submissions. When you want to share your opinion on the subject matter, you raise your hand, you catch my eye, and then I'll call you. Then I'll give you the opportunity for you to present your arguments. Honorable members, as I said, honorable members, am I audible? So as I said, after hearing the opening remarks from both the majority leader and the available leader, it is open to the House for debate. When you want to contribute, you raise up your hand, you catch my eye, then I'll call you. I'll give you the opportunity to present your arguments. Honorable Jones.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity to contribute on this motion. Mr. Speaker, it will amaze you that at the Senate sitting held this month, we also discussed a motion similar to this. And at that Senate sitting, I made an argument that AI has to be properly regulated. If it is not properly regulated, we'll have the situation that the emergence of AI will make the human race lazy. Why do I say so? AI is being introduced. Actually, it has been there for a long time since the emergence of Android phones. Was Android is actually standing for an operating system that is smart, and AI was actually used in the creation of Android. But it is these days that AI is now made available for home use, as we are seeing, and it is supposed to make things easy. But a lazy man, when you try to make things easy for him, he turns out to think that, oh, since the job is done, I don't have anything to do, and he tends to lazy around. Gone were the days people will sit down and read to understand the sense out of it before they can take an action. Now, if anything, they just ask ChatGPT. Even the simplest of tasks, it will amaze you that one of the youth MPs on the call right now, when he or she wakes up, do you know what they'll do? They'll go and chat ChatGPT. Good morning. What do I do for today? Then ChatGPT will tell them what to do because they don't want to think. That is how it is turning out. We are refusing to now use our intellectual capacities because of the availability of AI. And that is the harm it is tending to cause. Even simplest of tasks that you don't need AI to tell you that you have to brush your teeth. They will have to ask AI, so now that I'm awake, should I go and brush my teeth or I should wait and go and eat first? For AI to think for them. It's happening. This one is not a lie. They know. The emergence of AI is making the human race lazy. And if this is what is happening in the 21st century, I wonder how the situation will be in the 22nd century and then 23rd century, where AI will be when you are sick, I heard, I think I went for a conference and then they were like, if you are sick, just ask AI what to do. And I was like, come on, man. I mean that, are you trying to put the lives of human beings in danger with the emergence of AI? When someone is sick, instead of calling for attention from a professional, it's going to ask AI, "Hey, I'm sick, what is going on?" Things. Well, someone will be like, oh, it saves cost, but Charlie, someone could die because of that. Because our negligence will be growing and ignorance will be growing. AI has to be regulated because if it's not regulated, a time will come the human race will be subject to the will of robots. Because as you know, Elon Musk and the rest, and when you go to China, they are developing robots to do the basic of tasks. Robots are now the ones serving as shops, of which is one of the cries that a time will come, AI will eliminate a lot of jobs. Even truck driving is done by AI these days. It's emerging from one of the states in the United States. Now, long journeys are being driven by AI. They don't stop until the fuel finishes that they have to refuel. Even that one is automated. Truck drivers are losing their job. Very soon, bus drivers will lose their job. Teachers might lose their job because AI will come and be teaching robots. Robots will come and be teaching students, and then a whole lot of things. If we don't properly regulate the emergence of AI, the human race will lose its essence. And that can lead to the annihilation of the human race. I think that it will cause us more good if we regulate it. But if we fail to regulate it, to cause us more harm. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Jones. Thank you very much, Honorable Jones, for contributing to the motion. Honorable members, it's your debate. I'm just here to moderate. So please speak up.
I'm called out.
Honorable Hubert.
All right, once again, thank you very much, right honorable speaker. So yes, add something or say something in response to what the executive director just said. I mean, Jones. You know, AI definitely anything that have pros definitely will have cons as well. So, and in my preliminary statement, I've made mention that at the back end, which is the user, the person using the AI, have a lot of work to do or much to say. You know, AI is there to actually take the stress out of you, but some simple tasks you need to actually do it yourself and then get involved. Let's say I want to do my project work, for instance. It's not everything that you just put in, any information that you just put in, and then the AI gives you the result, and you have to take it all like that to the garbage and everything and then put in your report. No, you have to filter it, and that filtration mode too, it's a work on its own, and it's not actually making you redundant. You are going to use your brain and then use your mind to read. So, Mr. Speaker, even though it's actually making people redundant, for conscious effort, the one using it would also have to take that reliable and know let's say I'm using the project work as a case study, you have to know more about the topic you are treating. So any information that AI gives you, you know that the ones that are very relevant for you to take. Once when I wake up and then say, okay, AI, what can I do for the day? AI will give you a lot of information. And it comes to you, the individual, have to now sit down, filter it down. Which one do I need? It's not every information that AI will give you that you just have to take and then go according to it. No, AI will give you a lot of suggestions, and then it comes back to you, the individual, who is having the result in front of you to actually filter it. Take the good ones, the ones that are actually nice for you. It's not that you are redundant. It's actually speeding up your work. You know, the saying goes, time is money. And the time that you use trying to think about all those things, AI is just there to facilitate what you are even thinking of. Only there to facilitate and then help you get the result. After getting the result, you have to now sit down and then identify the ones that are actually relevant for you for that particular day. Let's say tomorrow, tomorrow morning, I want to picture how my day will be. Even though I'm not getting a very accurate picture, I know one at 1 p.m. I would want to do something at this particular place, and then probably 6 I want to do something. But the intermediaries, let's say around 2, 3, 4, what do I have to do? Maybe I haven't pictured anything to do. But AI can actually help me have a complete day, and then actually make my day very useful. So it depends on the individual, yes, that's actually using the AI, and that's how you use it to benefit you and make you yourself also useful. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Any more contributions to the motion? Honorable members, who
Mr.
are the
Speaker.
minority members? Who are the minority members?
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Magbless.
Yeah, I want to add up a bit to what I said earlier. So I want to also touch on some few points. Yeah, my first point is um, AI have made, or let me put it, dependency and what lack of transparency. Why do I say that? When you go to our workplaces of late, you could see the kind of energy and productive space that workplaces possess over the years have reduced drastically. Somebody will go to work, whatever the person is supposed to do for the whole week, he or she will just sit down, and maybe on Friday he or she have gone to AI to just draft a report. It's something good, but in one way or the other, you are rendering yourself useless. Two, two, AI is doing a whole lot of good, but let's look at the aspects of bias and discrimination. Yes, when I go to AI, I prompt AI for my stuff. It favors me, but leaving the other side unattended to. Why do I say that? In a traditional space that maybe we sit down to brainstorm and think, we happen to take advices, decisions from each other, and we end up getting or making good decisions. But right now, we streamline our decision making and suggestions to one, do I say, one platform. That is the AI, which is giving us all informations and decisions, which is sometimes might not be okay with others since they may not be part of that decision making. And also, I'm looking at the social side of us, the social side of life. So the increased use of AI and those virtual assistance devices contribute to social isolation and decrease human interaction, just relation to what I just said. So right now, human interaction has gone down. We can't sit down right now and brainstorm about issues anymore. And that's also look at because sometimes when you sit down to brainstorm about issues, it open up our minds to what other things. And so it also creates a platform for creating information. And this same platform can lead to what? Creation of informations that may lead to other threats and other stuff. Why do I say that? Sometimes we go to AI, we prompt AI currently we are looking at some images, people prompting AI to give them uh, an image of themselves in sitting as a judge, being a doctor and stuff. Yes, somebody might see that your picture and be wondering, hey, when did this person become a lawyer? When did this person become a doctor? That is misinformation. AI is helping the youths or the current generation uh, misinform others with the use. Somebody can just go and create pictures, post on social media, and it's creating a whole lot of misunderstanding about others because they don't know you to be like that. So, Mr. Speaker, those are the few points I will leave before you again going forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mark Bless. I saw Honorable Justice hand up. Honorable Justice, please, you have the floor. Honorable Justice, you have the floor. Honorable Justice, if it's not ready, then let's hear from Honorable Godfred.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I hope I am audible. Okay, I lost connection for about 20 minutes, but I am glad I am back in time to contribute to this motion. Now, once again, Mr. Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity to contribute to the crucial motion that we have before the House this evening. Mr. Speaker, I quote, this House believes.
Mr. Speaker, forgive me, my internet was disrupted.
The Honorable Justice, please, you may speak.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. What I want to add is very simple. I think everything that each and everyone has said is perfect, and I wouldn't want to say much. But what I want to say is that there is an adage that when the purpose of a thing is unknown, abuse becomes inevitable. So I think what we can do to make this thing best, we should have a platform where the use of AI is being shared, or people are enlightened on how to use AI well, so that certain things that we think AI is preventing us from doing can be utilized, or can be done well. So what I've realized over the past years is that people or institutions or CEOs, they keep saying this, that if if care is not taken very soon, um, AI will be taking places of employees. They say that because there are some of the things that they expect we the humans to know, because for all you know, the AI may be able to do the work that you want it to do. But if you are not there to regulate it or put in the things that you want the AI to do, it won't be able to do for you. So what they mostly say is that they want us to have like raw knowledge about it. So for example, if um if I'm a data analyst, right, and I use AI to do any analysis, because I have knowledge about that field, I'm going to be able to understand what the AI is saying and use it wisely. But if I don't have any knowledge about it at all, what AI is giving me, I may depend on, and it's not everything that is going to be good for what what I intend to do. So they say that AI will not be able to AI will not be able to replace human completely, because if you ask him anything, it's going to give you a response. But bear in mind that that response you are getting is not something that you can depend on solely, because you would have to apply certain wisdom to them. So that is what I want to say. And also, I jotted something down here. I was saying that artificial intelligence has actually made life more convenient. It has also threatened the very essence of our human creativity and connection. And also, people are becoming overly dependent on machine to think and create for themselves. And then I gave an example that artists can now use AI to produce artwork, and students rely on it to write essays and do other stuffs, which are not bad. This may save time, but it weakens our ability to think critically and express original ideas. Beyond that, AI is slowly replacing real human interaction. People now talk to chatbots very often than like normal people. I'm saying this because I even do it myself. Sometimes there are some things that maybe I would want to share with someone, but I don't do it. I just go to chat and then I chat him. I just talk to him like he's a human, and so on and so forth. And so, yes, I will say AI may make society smarter in some ways, but it also risks making us less human, less creative, and emotionally disconnected. So that is what I want to add, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Honorable Justice. Let's hear from Honorable Selano.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and then the House. It's a great honor to share my thoughts on this um, discussion or debate. AI more good than harm. Research has shown that this generation cannot think for themselves. For that matter, they mostly depend on AI to answer lifetime questions. Um, Mr. Speaker, AI generates informations based on or generates answers based on information provided to it by the internet, and then some of the AI are being limited to data based on, for example, ChatGPT version 3.5 only gets its information up to 2021. The question is if there's an amendment to that um, information, how will it be able to access it to give the person who is demanding for an answer from AI the correct information? For that matter, he or she will probably misinformed him or herself through AI, claiming he knows the right thing, which is not the accurate one. Mr. Speaker, to add to it, AI is now being used to generate videos impersonating people, which are also used to scam people and then dupe money from people. This is a loss to the state in one way or the other. Therefore, I think that AI is doing more good than harm, no matter the informations or the help that it is providing by making tasks easier and faster. It is causing losses to people, which is more painful than the income that is generating through content creation on our various social media platforms such as TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and all those things. AI is doing uh, more harm than good, I think. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Sela. Honorable Godfred.
Uh, Thank you for the opportunity once again, Mr. Speaker. My network seems to be worrying me, so I've been on and off, but I will do my best to contribute. So, Mr. Speaker, as I was saying, before I proceed, let me make it clear and let me be emphatic that from where I say it, artificial intelligence (AI) is not here to replace humanity, Mr. Speaker. It is rather here to enhance our abilities. It is here to make us more efficient and more productive and more capable than ever before, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me speak from experience and not from mere theory. There was a time, Mr. Speaker, I had a project as a student of West Africa's best university. I had to deliver a 44-page standard business plan for a solar company to be submitted within 1 month. We were given a month. Fair enough. Unfortunately, due to other engagements, Mr. Speaker, I couldn't start early. On the day of submission, I had less than 2 hours to deliver. By the time I realized they are submitting assignments at 12 p.m., it was 10 a.m. Yes, 12 p.m. It was 10 a.m., Mr. Speaker. At that point, Mr. Speaker, I turned to AI, specifically ChatGPT for assistance. And through this same technology, I was able to research, organize, and compile the entire plan within that short time frame. Mr. Speaker, my work of 44 pages wasn't just accepted, it was commended and approved. While others that I can't tell the means they used, who had spent weeks and months, got their works rejected and were asked to do it again. Mr. Speaker, if this is not good, then I don't know what it is, Mr. Speaker. AI did not replace my creativity, but it amplified it. It didn't make me lazy, Mr. Speaker. It made me efficient. Mr. Speaker, AI has become, I would say, indispensable assistant in academics, business, and governance. Mr. Speaker, let's look at healthcare. It is improving healthcare. It is enhancing education and also detecting fraud and even predicting climate patterns. Mr. Speaker, in medicine, AI helps doctors diagnose disease faster and more accurately. In education, it helps students like myself access explanations, summaries, and real-time tutoring from anywhere across the globe. Mr. Speaker, as a proud student of Ghana's and West Africa's best university, University of the Post, AI is not just a tool. It has become my virtual friend, assistant, and life partner. Mr. Speaker, I remember when I was preparing for economics quiz, I adopted the Pomodoro learning technique with AI. Mr. Speaker, permit me to explain what Pomodoro learning techniques. I didn't know that until ChatGPT came into existence. That is 25 minutes of serious studies, 5 minutes of rest. You come back to have some few minutes of revision of what you've done. AI will set questions for you based on what you've learned, and then you answer them. Then you have another 25 minutes of learning. Mr. Speaker, all this structured and guided through the same AI powered system. That experience not only improved my focus, but also boosted my academic performance. Mr. Speaker, with all this said, I believe that AI is not just a machine too, but it is a partner in progress. Mr. Speaker, some are arguing that AI is doing more harm than good. Mr. Speaker, all those people most often point out to job loss and human redundancy. They believe that AI will replace human, and then human might become redundant. But Mr. Speaker, history teaches us otherwise. Let me remind honorable members and the whole house that when the Industrial Revolution began, many feared that machines would take away jobs. Is that the case today, Mr. Speaker? No. Instead, they created new industries, new opportunities, and new forms of employment. In the same way, Mr. Speaker, AI is not taking our future, it is reshaping it. It will definitely demand new skills, yes, but it will also create new possibilities. Mr. Speaker, even in governance, AI is being used to detect corruption. I remember vividly about 2 months, within 2 months, I have forgotten the name of the exact country. They introduced the first AI minister. They are using AI to detect corruption, using AI to monitor public spending and improve service delivery. Imagine if every district assembly could use AI to detect leakages in its budgets or track developmental projects in real time. Mr. Speaker, I vehemently believe that Ghana's public sector efficiency will be unmatched. Mr. Speaker, as someone passionate about public service, economics, and national development, I strongly believe that AI offers us a golden opportunity to build a more equitable, transparent, and progressive society if we use it only. I repeat that if we use it wisely, if we use AI wisely, it will offer us a golden opportunity to equitable, transparent, and progressive society. I don't think that we can stop technological advancement by being afraid of it. Rather, we must embrace it and regulate it. The word is regulate it. Instead of being afraid of it, we should embrace it and regulate it and use it to empower ourselves and our nation. As one honorable member rightly said, AI generates answers based on what you give it. So regulation is the most important thing, and what you feed AI is the most important thing. Let us all know that and learn to accept the fact that AI is not our enemy. It is a tool, and like every tool, its value depends on how we use it. Cutlass can be used to kill. Cutlass can be used to kill. Does that mean we should stop the production of cutlass? No, because what the cutlass can do in many fields are way greater than the dangers that it causes. So yes, AI, like every tool, its value depends on how we use it. For me and for countless others, it has already proven to be a force for good in learning, in business, in efficiency, and innovation. So, Mr. Speaker, with this said, and without hesitation, I stand that for the motion that artificial intelligence will cause and is already causing more good than harm to society. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and the House for your attention.
Thank you very much, Honorable Godfred. Um, I wanted to hear a female voice. None of the females have spoken today, but before then, Honorable Jones, please come in.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Honorable Godfred, in trying to disband the point I made, was reading a script from AI to complement his speech, forgetting that in Parliament you are to debate ex tempo without reading. But I can tell you 100% that he was reading from AI. That is what I'm talking about. Debate is supposed to be done ex tempo. If anything, have points and speak.
Mr. Speaker, um, point well noted from our director. Mr. Speaker, what I said, I had points written down and then I was explaining. So, yes, as parliamentary, as our standing orders demand from us, I did not read everything vividly. There are things that I wrote down, and I point at time at certain point in time. I take some. I read certain things because I need to remind myself of certain things. What I said was not everything that I have written. Mr. Speaker, for example, myself working as a student, and then the business plan, the project I have to do, the learning I have to learn for my quiz and the others. These are personal experiences that I've had with AI. And then I put them down and then I elaborate on them and take other key points to talk about. So if you say I read certain things, you are not that is not false totally, but I think it is better. I take certain point. There are certain things I've noted down to remind me, and then to help my flow. But then that's why I said I am not debating based on theory, but from personal experiences. So yes, that is that. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Godfred, for that. You see, there is a saying that you go explain tire, but no evidence. You see,
No evidence. Yes.
yeah, it is a virtual city, so you you will explain, but there's no evidence backing you.
Precisely, Mr. Speaker.
Um, Honorable Hubert, I think that's your concluding remarks, right?
Mr. Speaker, I
Honorable
just want to respond to what Executive Director said.
Okay,
To
so
me, I would have
Honorable Hubert,
asked.
please place it and do your remarks at once so that we can adjourn
Okay.
this sitting.
All right. Thank you very much. So to me, I would have asked Honorable Godfred not to even agree to what Executive Director said, because for Christ's sake, this is a virtual sitting, and what is going on at the back end, you don't know. You have no idea about it. So I can I can disagree with you that no, I'm not reading from any scripts or whatsoever. But anyway, it's all good. So, Mr. Speaker, it's been a very fruitful discussion today, and then words that things that I've learned today too. We've actually learned from each other. Mr. Speaker, you will know that you yourself you are an IT person, and you know that what's the advantages of AI is doing to you as an IT person, and even from the minority caucus, Honorable Bless Domaveno likewise is also an IT person and knows much more what AI is doing to them than me. So just for the debate's sake, that's why they are actually he's sounding like that. But on the reality, on no single day he will say that AI is actually causing more harm than good, Mr. Speaker. To actually bring my discussion or the debate to an end, AI is facilitating or doing a lot of works that on no single day how you would want to use it at a very faster space. You know, Honorable Godfred made a point that within, let's say, 10 minutes, he is able to produce a project or a work of 44 pages, as compared to somebody that has spent about 2 days or 3 days or what have you just to present that report, and it has still not been accepted. That's how come I was saying that it depends on the individual using that AI and what actually you want from it. Mr. Speaker, you can use the AI to get an accurate result. The same AI, somebody will use it and will not get the accurate result. So making AI, saying AI will make people not think, I beg to differ, because to me, I'm a finance person, yeah. And if let's say I'm looking for something on finance, I know what exactly I want. And if I'm not getting that, I would have to go deeper and then get the accurate result for myself, unless I have no idea or about the subject matter I'm actually searching on. So, Mr. Speaker, the debate on either AI is causing more harm than good, I don't think this is even a debate to even have a discussion on. Honorable member said the only uh, bad side that somebody would want to say is making somebody redundant and not thinking on his or her feet and taking jobs from people. No, and those ones also are bringing jobs. They are individuals making the same AI, and then they are also making money. So, Mr. Speaker, let's make ourselves useful. If it's AI that's coming, align yourself with AI. You can equally generate AI that will also be useful or be used for something else. So, Mr. Speaker, this is the new era that we are, and we have to go by it. Either hook or crook, AI has come to stay, and we have to use it wisely. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Hubert. Um, on the concluding remarks, let me hear Honorable Nathan, the last
Okay.
speaker on the subject matter.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Speaker. So I'll do mine short because of time. So let's be honest. Garbage in, garbage out. So most people get the wrong point, the wrong output because of what they input. You can't put something in ChatGPT with the correct prompt and receive something that is of garbage. So here lies the case. Um, Generally,
artificial intelligence is transforming society by enhancing efficiency, healthcare, and decision making. Whilst challenges exist, the benefits, let's be honest, the benefit outweighs that of the negatives. So, as someone has already said, that AI has come to stay. So there is need to embrace it. And as the world continues to evolve, if you don't resolve to evolve, you dissolve. So the world is in constant revolution. And dynamism is the rule of the universe. So if you don't embrace dynamism and you are being static, you rot. So you realize that these are some key points in favor of this motion, that efficiency and productivity. AI can automate repetitive tasks, freeing humans to focus on creative and strategic work, that's boosting productivity. Now you realize that in our academic settings, if you are to do your final year research project, you can't be typing all those things. Yeah, sometimes you have to input certain prompts for AI to give you um, um, that knowledge so that you can focus on other relevant tasks. So it help automate repetitive tasks that can be can be time draining, so that we will focus on other things that are more relevant and futuristic. Have you understood? So you also realize that AI has also advanced healthcare. Now, the first, you can't even cure sickle cell. So, because of AI, we are able to cure these things. We are certain kidney diseases and all these things. It's as a result of AI. Now, enhanced decision making. Now, you realize that AI's, in quotes, intelligent quotient is high above that of humans, and you can't compete with that of a machine. It's something that has been automated and programmed. So we just need to like align. I mean, so just imagine combining the human intelligent quotient, the human quotient to that of AI's generative ability. It can emerge into something more beautiful. So AI analyzes fast data, vast data sets quickly, help in informed decision making, and in field like finances, logistics, and that of governance. You realize that we can't keep all the numbers in our head if we talk of the budget that has been allocated for nation, but AI can keep it for generations and generations to come. And if you want to make reference 2,000 years to come, you can still make that reference. Human mind easily forgets, so AI has come to stay. We just need to accept it and align and become yeah. So we also realize that accessibility and inclusion, AI powered tools like can also assist people with disabilities and improve accessibility in education and daily life. Some people can't even walk, but today AI has in physiotherapy, machines and other things has been created, and people are able to even walk to schools and even interact with humans. You can't even tell whether they are disabled. So these are some key things. And I know some people will argue that while AI automates tasks, it might lead to job losses in certain sectors. You could argue that new jobs will also emerge. As AI comes, if you don't resolve to evolve, you will dissolve. So as AI has come, new jobs have also emerged. And if you don't think to that capacity to also come about something new, then you are also going to be one of those underdogs. So I think let's embrace the AI and make something beautiful out of it. And let's avoid putting on like certain excuses and fail to nothing. Yeah. This is a little contribution I have. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Nathan, for that contribution. As I said, we are fine behind time and we need to adjourn the sitting. Honorable Duche, I see your hand up. Please, any issue?
Yeah, I just want to contribute to the motion on the floor. And let me properly introduce myself. My name is Dr. Samson, Youth MP for Kwama President, and the first Deputy Minority Whip of this August House. Looking at the motion on the floor, I think
a lot of people have put across the benefit that we get from AI. But despite all those advantages that they have mentioned, you realize that if AI continue to advance, it will make humanity very lazy, most especially students. It will reduce their thinking ability because everything they resort to AI, and most especially in the tertiary institutions, project work, research, you realize that they are using the AI for that, and they are proud of it because it works very faster for them. But the question is, are you training yourself um, to work properly on the job? Because it's just like what you have put out there, the AI has given you, you are not made up of it. So when you get onto the job, you'll be having challenges. And at the health sector too, nurses are using it, doctors are also using it. But it is machine. And then even on the mobile phone, sometimes network can fail you, and the machine can also fail you at any time. So if we continue to depend on this, and it happens that one day there's no network, or we have a problem with the network, or the machine fail us, how are we going to work? Because we have depend on it for so long that we even lose our technical know-how. So if it fails us, how are we going to work? These are some of the things we have to look at, because every little thing we depend on AI. So I think that the regulation should be more, and then let's focus on that, the regulation. And then when you look at it closely, as somebody said, it detect corruption here and there, but they can use that same AI to siphon money from people's account, and it is possible. So as some honorable members have indicated, the focus should be on the regulation, because if I'm hearing that maybe next year the SHS student will start using phone for examination. And when you look at it, they can use AI to generate answers. So when you look at it, it is going to make us very lazy. Our thinking ability will be very, very, very low, because we will not be able to think for ourselves. So despite the advantage that they are mentioning, if care is not taken, it will take away our knowledge, because we are not going to read and then acquire the necessary skills that we need to work on our jobs. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Samson. I think now you can lower your hand. Honorable members, after conclusion of the debate on the motion, this House believes that artificial intelligence will do more good than harm to society. Honorable members, all those in favor say aye.
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 Those against
Aye.
say no.
Nay.
Honorable members,
The
I
eyes have
think
it.
the ayes have it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honorable members, the ayes have it. The motion is carried. Honorable members, I want to use this opportunity to thank all of you for availing yourself for this virtual sitting. We started at 6:10 and it's now 9:35. And I'm glad some of you members are here with us. We started with a full house, and I know how bundle is expensive and the network issue surrounding some of the areas our members are. So I'm not angry, but we could do better. So on this note, I want to thank you all for attending the sitting, and I look forward to see all of you at our next physical sitting. I want to see all of you in the chamber, in the physical chamber. Honorable members, I think we have exhausted all business, and it's time for adjournment to the fourth parliamentary sitting. Honorable Justice, I see your hand up.
Yeah, Honorable. Sorry. I had a petition, but I think this is not the right time to bring that up. So I think you can proceed.
All right, all right. But I called for questions, statements, and petitions. But
Yeah,
that's fine.
yes. That time my microphone was disabled. I was trying. That was when I realized it was my fault. Not. I thought maybe you had disabled all the microphones. So I think
Mm,
I'm okay. Next time
okay,
I'll do that.
okay, okay. That's fine. So, can an honorable member move for the adjournment of today's sitting?
Honorable
Honorable
Chair.
Samson, if you are not speaking, please mute your mic. Honorable Justice.
Mr. Speaker, I wanted to move for the adjournment of this sitting.
Okay, please proceed then.
Okay, so forgive me. This is my first time, so if it's wrong, then you correct me. So I, Honorable Justice Demenya, Youth MP for Ablekuma West, move for the adjournment of this session.
So you move for the adjournment of this sitting to the fourth parliamentary sitting.
Okay, so I, Honorable Justice Demenya, Youth MP for Ablekuma West, move for the adjournment of this sitting to the fourth parliamentary sitting.
Thank you very much. That's perfectly done. Um, Seconder, Honorable Selau.
Mr. Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Speaker. I am in a person of Honorable Sifas Kobla Salahu, MP for Tano South. Without any further addition or subtraction, I hereby second this meeting to be adjourned to the fourth parliamentary sitting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Selau. The motion for the adjournment of this sitting to the fourth parliamentary sitting has been moved and duly seconded. All honorable members in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ah,
Aye.
Aye.
Those against say no. Obviously, the ayes have it. Honorable members, I thank all of you once again. The House stands adjourned. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, good night. and enjoy the rest of your week. Have a blessed week. Bye
Same
bye.
thing, Mr. Speaker. In
Same
our
to you,
next
Mr.
sitting, we
Speaker.
need
Same to you,
political
Bye.
Mr.
debate.
Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, we need political debate too, in our next sitting. Political debate.
Please speak to the business committee.